Who thought an ovary could be cute? Who thought a testicle could be cute? Makes taking pills fun. Legal pills. Their length. Good luck Christmas shopping! Pretty much all gonna be online this year, but item number 5? You can find something related to the condition. I don't know. Every bangle has on it a statement like a sassy, bold, I don't give a flying donut. Okay, so this is a video that I have done quite a lot of preparation for because I'm really excited. Not that I don't often do a lot of preparation, but this is just something that's quite close to my heart. So I have created a gift guide for somebody with endometriosis or a chronic illness of any type. Someone who has had a little bit of a rough year and maybe needs some comforting / fun and uplifting presents. What I have curated, I mean it's not an art gallery, the things that I have come up with, they're either helpful, you know, practical, not boring, but useful, or they're just like a little bit silly and quite a lot of fun, and they're all things that I, as someone with endometriosis, a chronic illness, would love to have, and actually just have quite a lot of them. I have a stash down here, just out of shot, this like pile of stuff that I've kind of gathered together that I've, yeah, I'm a big fan of all things that are going to feature in this video. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Also, if you watched my vlog where we put up my Christmas decorations, you might notice that my Christmas tree has moved. We put it up in the kitchen, which is a little bit of an unorthodox place to have a Christmas tree, but basically we live in a very small house and there was nowhere else to put it. For the sake of this video and for creating a beautiful shot, at least I hope it's beautiful for you, Tris and I, mainly Tristan, slaved away and moved the Christmas tree into the living room and have rearranged the furniture. I mean, I don't even know if you necessarily can tell what room I'm in full stop, but it is the living room and the Christmas tree has been moved just for you for this video to give a festive aesthetic. So I hope that you like it. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. Gift guide item number 1. A yee bottle. These have featured on my channel before. I think a lot of people in the endometriosis community are fans of these, and that is for one reason in particular: their length. A yee bottle is a hot water bottle. It holds the same amount of water as a normal standard hot water bottle, but as you can see, it is very long, so you can wrap it around your body. This is good not just for someone who's got endometriosis, but for anybody that has like aches and pains and finds that heat therapy really helps, because you can wrap it around yourself. Look, it's like a scarf, it's great. I personally will wrap it around my middle and kind of have half around my front, half around my back, and then just kind of potter around and do my daily business with it on. So yeah, I love this. When I chose mine, ooh, sorry, slippery. I went for a pink fleecy cover, but they have so many that you can choose from. So yeah, if you're thinking of someone that you want to get this for and you're like, Miranda, they don't like pink, well, it doesn't matter. There is a variation of, what are these called? Sleeves? Covers? Whatever, there's a variation that you can choose from. A lot of time for the yee bottle. Everyone should have one of these. Do you know what? Even if you've not got a chronic illness, you should get a yee bottle. How could you possibly go wrong with a, I don't do maths, is that half a metre? No, maybe it is a metre. With a very long hot water bottle. Item number 2. Wrong way around. A multi-coloured Ravo pillbox, which is something that everybody needs. If you're on a lot of medication, it can get incredibly confusing and difficult, and you can quickly get disorganized. And I used to have epilepsy, and I used to have 1.5 tablets in the morning and 1.5 tablets in the evening, and that was a nightmare, because what I would do is break up the tablet, put it in the foil, and then it would just disintegrate and get wet in the bathroom with, you know, moisture in the air. When you have a pill box, that's no longer a problem. This one, as you can see, is multicolored, which I just think is so much fun. I got this from Amazon. It was so cheap. I want to say it was like under 10 quid, but like, I'm gonna link everything down below so you can find it. But yeah, it makes taking pills fun. Legal pills, don't do drugs. I mean the prescribed kind. Organized. Organized is a better word than fun. Item, I can't do that. Item number 3, a night dress. I know that night dresses are not very cool, and I have really struggled to find one to link down below, which looks fun. This one is from M&S, but it's last season, and I couldn't find it again. I think they've discontinued it. But the reason why I love it, and I've put it in a different video as well, I think it was in my LAPAROSCOPY overnight what's in my bag video, which again, I'll link down below, The reason I love it is because it's fleecy and it's soft and it's warm, and when you put it on, it's just like a hug, and that is lovely. And if you have endometriosis, but also if you have some other conditions, I know Crohn's disease can cause like bloating and pain in your stomach, something loose fitting is so valuable, and not many clothes are. Like, a lot of pajamas have a tight waistband, and I'm just over here like, if I want to wear pajamas, I want something that's loose and comfortable. A nightie is loose and comfortable, and I don't care if you think that it's old-fashioned. When I was running this video by Tristan and I was like, oh, look at this list of things I've got, and he was like, oh, tell me, and I was like, well, I've done this and this and this, and a nightie and a hot water bottle and some other things that you'll see. He said, Miranda, you sound like an old woman. Well, I don't care. It's comfortable, and when you are in pain, comfort is key. So if you want to be an old woman, that's absolutely fine. And on that note, let's go on to our next gift guide item. A pair of slippers. I mean, most people already have a pair of slippers, but I'm never gonna say no to a new pair, especially when they're cute little booties. These ones were actually from Tesco, and they have had so much wear. I've had them for, I think it's like nearly a year now, and they're still going strong, and they're still warm, and they're still soft. Obviously, you can get some much nicer ones. UGG have got some beautiful slippers. I can't afford those, so I went with Tesco's own brand, but you know, if you wanna splash out for someone and you wanna spend a little bit extra, go all bougie on it, go fancy, you do you, boo. But yeah, slippers, because when you're lying there on the sofa, the last thing that you need is cold tootsies. Next item, you might have noticed I have lost track of what we're up to. 1, 2, 3, 4, item number 5? I don't know. Okay, this is, hang on, I put something a little bit out of reach. Ugh. Ooh, moved the sofa when I came back. This is not for everyone. It's a little bit of a kooky present, but I think it's a lot of fun. An I Heart Guts cushion. I Heart Guts is an American brand, and they have loads and loads of different plush toys in different body parts. You might have guessed, you might have worked out, this is an ovary. They also have a testicle, because who doesn't want a testicle cuddly cushion? They have a bladder, they have pancreas, they have tonsils. I think they might actually have a vagina. They have a lot of different things. They definitely have a womb, but it's always out of stock. It's always sold out. I'm constantly trying to get the womb and I can never get my hands on it. So if you happen to go on their website and you see that the womb is in stock, please can you DM me? But yeah, these are a lot of fun. I kind of feel like if you have a chronic illness, and chronic therefore by definition means it ain't going anywhere, you're either in a laugh or cry boat. Quite a lot of the time it's going to be crying, but when it is laughing, it's a lot of fun to have something silly that represents what you're going on with. They're cute. Who thought an ovary could be cute? Who thought a testicle could be cute? And you can find something related to the condition, whether it be diabetes, Crohn's, endometriosis, chronic cystitis, whatever it is, there's an I Heart Guts for you out there. I promise this is not sponsored by I Heart Guts. I just love them. I will say, if you're gonna get it in time for Christmas, order it soon, because it's coming over from America. It takes a little while to arrive, but yeah, they're great. Next item, we're back on this slightly old lady vibe, but that's fine, is a dressing gown. This one is from John Lewis, and it is the softest thing, the softest thing that ever existed. But there's a particular element of this dressing gown that I want to kind of like hammer home if you're gonna buy it for someone. A hood. Underrated and rare. So many dressing gowns these days don't have a hood. And I'm just over here like, why would you want a dressing gown that you couldn't go whoop with? I always think of my mum, because her and my dad are very much in love, and every morning she would wake up and she would go downstairs at the crack of dawn before he was getting ready to go to work and make him a cup of coffee, and she would always put her hood up. And I remember her asking for a dressing gown for Christmas a few years back, and she said, just please let it have a hood, whatever, I just need a hood, because you know, you lose a lot of heat from your head, and if your house is chilly, you want to have a hood. How many times can you say hood, Miranda? Quite a lot. The point is that if you're gonna get this for someone, I would recommend putting a hood on top. There she goes again, hood. Hood, hood, hood. Next item is a Metal Marvels bangle. I'm wearing one right now. Metal Marvel is a brand that I discovered a little while ago now, maybe like 3 years ago, and I kept putting it on my Christmas list. And no one ever bought one for me until I met Tristan, and that is how you know it's love. They are, I don't know, how do you describe Metal Marvel? They're like, without sounding corny, kick-ass? Does that sound really, I feel like I just made metal marbles sound lame. They make bangles that are incredibly sassy, very powerful. They have slogans on them. So this one says, "I was not meant to be subtle." Ironically, that's one of their more subtle bangles because a lot of them contain swear words. So if you're buying for someone that doesn't like swearing, then maybe go for one of the slightly more lower key bangles. But yeah, it has all kinds of stuff on there. I don't want to say them in this video because then I will have to swear. But essentially, if you're looking for a piece of jewelry that quietly screams about how amazing you are for coping with what you cope with, metal marbles is the one. I'm going to include some photos, so I technically am not swearing, but you can kind of like see the kind of vibe that I'm going for. I've got 3 of them now, and they're stackable. You can get them in gold, silver, and rose gold, so you can have one of each like different colour. Oh, Tress? Okay, my bulb just went for no apparent reason, which is also very weird because it is quite new. So if the lighting all of a sudden looks different, that's why. I do apologise. I don't know what happened. Maybe they don't like metal marbles, in which case they have very bad taste. So to get back to that, yeah, every bangle has on it a statement, like a sassy, bold, I don't give a you know what, a flying donut about what you think about me because I'm strong and powerful and independent and yeah, woman. I am woman. These are a lot of fun. Again though, I think they come from America, so you want to double check that they'll come in time. Next thing on this gift guide is one of my favourite purchases that I have made this year. It gets so much use and I'm a little bit in love. These are Anthropologie initial mugs. I knew of the brand Anthropologie, but I hadn't really given it much thought just because, well, I just hadn't. But there's an Anthropologie here in Winchester, and a few weeks ago Tris and I were like, you know what, shall we just go in? They had a very good window display, so well worth putting effort into those because we fell for it. Came into the shop and we're like, oh my god, my life has just changed because everything is gorgeous. Just individual, quirky, but like the right side of quirky, characterful. Like they have bright stuff, they have neutral stuff, they have gold stuff, they have stuff with rich colours, cool colours, patterns. Like it's just like an Aladdin's cave of homeware and clothes and everything. Now it's a little bit expensive, I am going to warn you. These mugs I think were £12 each, which is a bit more than I would usually spend on a mug, but I fell in love and I wasn't gonna leave that shop without them. I'd hate to admit this, but I prefer the tea. Like I just love the blue, but you can't choose the background with the initial, you just get what you're given. So M was white and T was blue, but that's fine, because at least T was blue, so I have a blue one in my house. They have 4 different colours, I think, 4 different variations, and yeah, gorgeous. And the reason why I'm putting this on the gift guide is because if you're someone with a chronic illness, I'm gonna bet you're also somebody who likes a hot drink, whether it be a herbal tea, whether it be a normal tea, whether it be a hot chocolate, hot Ribena, another thing that's underrated, so great if you've got a cold. And how lovely if you can have that hot drink in a beautiful mug. They're hand wash only, obviously. They've got gold on them, so you can't put them in the dishwasher, so they're a little bit more effort, but I think that they're worth it. And I love them. Do you know what I'm gonna say actually? I'm gonna go so far as to say, buy them anything from Anthropologie. There is a lot of stunning stuff in that shop. And the website, it's got it all up on there. Some lovely plates. Again, so expensive. I put 2 Anthropologie plates on my Christmas list and I'm not expecting to get them because they're like £70, which for a plate, even though it is a big plate, it's just a ridiculous amount of money. But it's the kind of thing that you will have forever. Like they're tasteful, they're not just like following a trend, which in 2 years' time is no longer going to be fashionable. You're going to think, oh, I'm going to get rid of that. Like, you know how there are certain shops that just follow trends and they churn out everything that's popular at the moment? Anthropologie isn't like that. Anthropologie just does what it wants to do. So yeah, Anthropologie mugs, or indeed anything from Anthropologie. What's next? Ooh, okay, next one. I haven't got an example with me, but I'm hopefully going to insert a photograph here. A candle which comes with it some yellow tipped matches. So I found these matches on Etsy, and I think you might have seen it's quite popular at the moment to get a jar with matches inside it with like different coloured tips, because traditionally it's like that kind of burnt reddy brown, but you can get like rainbow coloured ones. I really like the white tipped ones, I think they're gorgeous. But I found some yellow tipped ones, and obviously yellow is the colour for like the endometriosis awareness movement. So how great to get some yellow tipped matches to go with a Christmassy candle. And again, who doesn't want a candle at Christmas, you know? Doesn't even have to be festive scented. You could get a Yankee one that smelled like cotton sheets or baby's breath or candy floss dreams. Either way, the yellow matches are gonna be that little like box ticking. I know that you've got endo, I've listened to you, I understand that yellow is the colour for endometriosis, and let's raise awareness together whilst having a beautifully smelling room. Just a bit different, you know, just quite fun. I mean, I did just say that I really like the white ones, but if we're in keeping with an endometriosis endo gal warrior vibe, then yeah, the yellow does make more sense. But I just think a candle in general is a very good gift. Another one, which I haven't got in front of me because alas, it is too big, and it's also on my bed right now, is an electric blanket. I became an electric blanket convert after my most recent laparoscopy, which was in December 2019. If you haven't already watched the vlog for that, please do. I'm gonna warn you in advance, I look horrific. I can't watch that video back because I just look so grim, but you have to give me credit, like I was going through surgery. So makeup wasn't at the forefront of my mind, but my hair just looks fuzzy, face is pasty, everything's a little bit grim. But the video is quite interesting if you're intrigued about how laparoscopy works. Anyway, that's by the by, cheeky little sell. After that surgery, I had really bad stomach ache. I would wake up in the night and I just like couldn't get to sleep because I felt so poorly. And my dad lent to me his electric heat patch, okay? It was like a patch about this big. Can't create that, I haven't got enough limbs. About that big, that size, and you would switch it on by the mains and it would just heat up. And I think it had like 4 or 5 different heat settings, and I would just hug it throughout the night. So unlike a hot water bottle, which I do rate, and you should still get one of these, it stays warm. Once it's on, it's on. And I love this, and it was so soothing and so comfortable. And then when I came home after the surgery, back down to Winchester, because I was staying in Birmingham with my parents when I had the surgery, I was like, oh my gosh, I really missed that heat thing. So me and my mum clubbed together and we bought Tristan an electric blanket, which secretly was for me as well. Best investment ever. Oh my goodness, like so warm. Obviously, stupid thing to say, that goes without saying. It's an electric blanket, it's gonna get hot. But if you've got like back pain, to have to be lying on a warm surface is so soothing. Plus as well, I mean, again, it goes without saying, it gets very cold in the winter and it's not much enjoyable getting into a cold bed. I know some people like that, nutters, but I don't enjoy getting into like a cold bed and wrapping myself up in like chilly duvet covers and being like, oh, what is my life? So to be able to turn the electric blanket on and then pop into the bathroom and wash your face and brush your teeth and do all your pre-nighttime routine bits and then get into bed having given it the opportunity to warm up is so lovely. And I'm going to assume again that if you're buying for someone who's got a chronic illness, or if you yourself have got a chronic illness, you probably spend more time in bed than the average person because you're going to suffer with fatigue, which is a real thing and is not fun. So yeah, your bed it's your sanctuary. You want to make it as lovely as you possibly can. So an electric blanket, if you haven't yet got one, is such a game changer. And I shall link below the one that we've got, which I rate very highly. It's got 3 different heat settings. The hottest one is quite hot and the lowest one is lower. I don't know why I'm saying this. The point is that you can moderate how hot you want it to get. You work that out. I didn't need to explain that. Dare I say it? I think that is the end of the gift guide. Everything I've spoken about, hand on heart, is just so worth getting and so lovely to receive as someone who struggles with their health. I think the metal marble bracelets in particular, I hope I've done them justice, but they're so cool. And if I'm going into work and I'm not feeling so great, or I'm having a conversation with someone, or just dropped it, and I'm feeling a bit under the weather, as lame as this sounds, I put my little metal marble bracelet on which says, you know, I'm a warrior. And I feel that. You like channel that energy into your being. So yeah, I love those. They are so cool. But yeah, there we go. I think I'm done. If you have any suggestions, things that you think that should have been added to this list, any like obvious, what's the word? Absences. Any obvious absences. I'm losing my marbles. The point is that if you thought of something which I haven't included, let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do, because I cannot tell you, it makes my day. Every time that I come onto YouTube and I see that I've gained a few more subscribers, it just like, it makes me so happy. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and good luck Christmas shopping. Obviously, it's pretty much all gonna be online this year, but hopefully I have given you some ideas. Ooh, and if you are a pain warrior, an endo gal, a chronic invisible illness warrior, gentle hugs. Mwah.